Thanks. Joining me today is my friend Chris Taylor from Taylor Homes, and I asked him to come on air with me because I want to spend some time talking to you guys about buying or building a home versus renting. And a lot of you are out there and you may be spending $800, $1,100, $1,300 a month in rent. And we know that the rental market is great right now, but the building market is actually a pretty good idea as well. There are interest rates that are really low, and it's very affordable. And so we're going to talk a little bit about the flexibility and affordability of buying. Good morning. How are you, Chris?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm great. We're going to talk today about why you should be considering building a home versus renting. And
Sure.
I think a lot of people are out there and they think, I can't put that kind of commitment into it. I don't have the down payment, but there's a lot of different plans out there.
Sure.
And it allows people to get in for a little money down, and it may even be less than what they're paying in rent.
Yes. I think there's a lot of misconceptions out there, versus, a new home versus renting or buying an existing home. And our process is to slow it down, walk our customers through the process, and let them see how easy it is.
Well, I think one of the things that impressed me when I first got to meet you is the fact that you cover all size homes. So you had a client that was right down the road that was building a little place that was on existing property, had a trailer there, already had the utilities there, and was building something for less than $100,000.
Yeah.
Right? And then you have somebody else that has a property and they might be spending $400,000 on a property.
Right.
So there's a lot of different options here, and we want to talk about that. And you have a great graphic that's on your website that I've seen, that you have the infographic that kind of goes through the choices of building, existing, or renting.
Exactly.
And so let's say like you've made the decision that you want to go ahead and make the investment into probably one of the biggest investments you're ever going to make into buying a home. And let's talk about the advantages of building one versus buying an existing.
Sure. Well, I mean, there's pros and cons to everything.
Right, exactly.
With new home ownership, your immediate advantage is going to be no maintenance. I mean, there's no maintenance on a new home. I mean, there's some home ownership responsibilities, so to speak, versus renting. I mean, with renting a home, you don't even have to change the furnace filter. Let's face it, because there's a maintenance man for that. But for a new home, you don't have the repairs that you'd have to make to an existing home, because everything's brand new and you got warranties from the manufacturers, from the appliances to the HVAC systems. And our homes come with a 3-year warranty today, which is triple what the normal new home warranty is anyway. So there's plenty of pros and cons and all the caveats, but what we try to do is make sure that our customers clearly understand the advantages of new home ownership versus renting and buying existing. With an existing home, you don't necessarily know what you're getting until you're in there.
Yeah, that's very true. There can be. I used to do real estate, and even when you do all your checks and try to look up everything you can, you get an inspection. There could be something as soon as you close on that. It's your home,
right? And
you've got to deal with it.
Right.
So a couple of things that I think are really important is the warranty piece that we've talked about before that you guys have, which is amazing. The fact that you're going to be more energy efficient, right? Because you got a newer home. And the fact that you've got all new appliances and all new water heater and everything else. So you know that you're not going to have to necessarily have a lot of money stashed away for the roof that needs to be repaired right away, right?
Exactly. You
can put your money into the new home. The other thing I think is important, and I think this is something that kind of surprised me actually a little bit when we talked off air, was the appraisal piece of it.
Sure.
And I think that as somebody who's looking for a home, that's one thing that I think is really important is what's the resale on these newer homes versus on existing homes? Because I think a lot of people say you've already got to be in an established community. Well, you'll build them anywhere. You could be in an established community.
Absolutely.
But you can also speak to customers that have had great appraisals that are above what they're paying for the cost of building.
Absolutely, and just to touch on that, I mean, as far as our concept, we're a scatter site home builder, and by definition that means that we go where the customers say go, whether it be in a subdivision or on the family farm. So we cover about a 6-state area, and that's 300 counties, so we get out there where the customers say go to. But that's, as far as the appraisal, that's a common and consistent thread that we get feedback from our customers and even their lenders, that our homes consistently appraise for much higher than their overall investment. There's common feedback from our customers about their homes are appraising for thousands of dollars more than their overall investment.
Well, I think that's huge, because after being in the real estate business, an appraiser that appraises something over the actual price of the home, what they're buying it for, is unusual.
Right.
So I think that's a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
I want to mention one other thing, and I think we're going to show some of the graphics on how to get a hold of you guys on Taylor Homes. Go to taylorhomes.com. But you have a really neat interactive floor plan that I got to play with. So ladies, I'm telling you, if you are interested in looking at a home, you should go out to their website and have some fun with this. It's like designing your own home. And I think the reason I want to mention that is it isn't all preset. You can actually put your own home together, send the plans to you guys.
Sure.
And you guys will price it out.
Yeah, and that's another benefit of building a new home. With an existing home, you got to take what's there. You can modify and remodel it, but with a new home, with our designs, you can move the walls, change the roof pitches, and this is what this program does on our interactive floor plan.
It's very cool.
Is that you can change anything you want to.
Right. It was very fun. You guys can get a hold of Taylor Homes by going to taylorhomes.com. Great interactive website. I've enjoyed actually playing on it myself. Or you can give them a call. They have wonderful customer service, been around for 50 years, 1-800-96-TAYLOR. Thanks, back to you.